All here today. We does everyone can hear me? Just thank you so much for joining our Now Nation call. We do this every single Wednesday at this time. And I want to introduce really quick all of our leaders that are here. Let me just move this here. Whoops, where did it go? There it is. No, there it is. Totally had it. There it is. There's our fearless leaders right there. And we actually believe that aligned leaders grow faster and more powerfully together. And it's really by combining our strengths and our unique experiences and our visions, we can elevate ourselves even more than we can alone. So that's what we're all about. We're so excited to have you here. So we treat each week like a quarter and do our weekly huddles. So quarter one or week one is tech and AI. Week two is lead generation. This is week three, which is our systems and processes. And when on week four, we do client presentation and engagement. If we do have a week five, as maybe quarter five, we do a special guest or something on attraction. So, you guys, we're so excited to have you here. And we have got an incredible speaker today. Carrie Lacinco is here in the room. Everybody, I want to hear, I want to elevate your guys' energy because you guys are in for a treat. Talk about systems and processes within eXp that are at your fingertips. And Carrie Lacinco is our Chief Technology Officer. We brought her on especially for today, and she's going to highlight a few technology systems that you just might not know about that are you have free access to and can help grow your business. So we're so excited. I'm going to go ahead and unshare my screen and introduce to you guys Carrie Lacinco, our Chief Technology Officer. So, Carrie, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about your EXP story and what brought you here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. And special thanks also to Matthew who reached out. I'm so excited to be here. I love jumping into all of our agent communities here at eXp. It's one of the things that I think makes us so special. My journey at eXp started just over 4 years ago. So I ran a prop tech company and boutique brokerage in Southern Ontario, Canada, called Zoocasa. And I sold that company to eXp and then kind of joined as the CEO of the subsidiary. And last year, at the end of last year, was Glenn and Leo kind of tapped me on the shoulder and asked me to join kind of the broader executive team and officer team as the chief technology officer. So I've been building tech and products within multiple industries, but within real estate for over 7.5 years, but over 25 years in tech. And I'm so excited. I love being at eXp and I love specifically, I think, around agent communities. And you'll hopefully hear that excitement as I walk through some of the things that I wanted to show today. And it's interesting because, one of the things that we really become really good, I think, at telling our story around, built by agents, built for agents. And one of the things I'm very proud of, while I have a pretty extensive career in technology and digital products, in the case of building some of the product online products for over 100 million unique users a month. So some broad, experience. I'm really proud that I have also been in the real estate industry and run a boutique brokerage of 150 agents, been, talking about lead generation, talking about how do we do repeat and referral business, growing our sphere, and how do we, use and leverage technology to help us do that. So I find that really unique about the leadership team at eXp, how we have such a broad kind of real estate experience, in addition to some of those other, kind of quivers in our bow there. So I'm happy to be here. So that's a little bit about me. I am located actually in Canada, but lots of experience in North America. Actually, my parents had a home in upstate New York as well as in South Carolina. So I really excited that I get to cross the border so seamlessly and work with all of you. Um, One of the yeah, it is Dawn, you're right. It is kind of a big boutique brokerage. So as I've joined eXp, I've started to like learn more about the size of our teams, and so but yeah, one of the things that I want to showcase a little bit is about how we're telling our tech story. I want to showcase something that probably a lot of you have already leveraged, which is our global referral platform and some of the changes and updates that we've made to the global referral platform to make it more useful for you to grow your business and also to connect to other eXp agents. One of the best things, again, about this brokerage is really the borderless nature of eXp and how you can tap into the benefits, the wisdom, the knowledge, the community, and the production opportunities by connecting with each other, which is why a group like Now Nation works so well. So talking about the global referral platform, I'm going to talk about a newer vendor that we have partnered with called House Canary. And so many of you maybe have used House Canary on a one-off basis for CMA reports. We have begun a new relationships with them, and I want to talk a little bit about that partnership and then how you yourself can access House Canary to get some of those market reports available for listings or for listing presentations, and how we have made some of those available for free as part of our partnership. So I'll talk through that a little bit. And then I want to talk about something new that we've just launched, which is around an open house app and how you can also tap into helping to support other agents in your region by hosting open houses. So one of the goals today was to talk about other technologies that we have at eXp to help you grow your production. So I think that's a good place to start. What do you guys think?
Awesome. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So one of the things when I first came on as CTO was how are we presenting our technology? We all know that we have a ton of stuff here at eXp, right? And there is so much opportunity for us to leverage not only the tech that we have internally, but to also talk about that story externally as we bring more people into eXp. And so one of the things that I wanted to do was to focus on, okay, what is that tech story that we're telling here at eXp? And so one of the things I've developed and launched more recently is tech.exprealty.com. So I want to start our presentation there. And so this is a relatively new site, new landing page. And part of this was about how do we show that built by agents, built for agents narrative and how it relates to us as a technology company, as a brokerage, all the innovation that we have here. And one of the things that we've started to talk about is packaging this all up in a way that talks about, again, those agent and real estate roots. And so AGNT, which many of you know now is our ticker, is we've talked about the AGNT operating system. So how do we take all of the technology that we have and really a lot of our other systems here internally at eXp and present that back as a full operating system for how agents can grow and run their businesses? So this is tech.exprealty.com. It's showcasing really kind of, again, that entire operating system or suite of products that we offer here that specifically, again, focus on, how are they connected? How do they connect you to both broadly to the eXp agent community? How do they connect you back to the brokerage? How does, again, it focus on allowing you to accelerate the production in your business? And so this is also, I notice on your list of weeks, you are talking about attraction. This was also a request from some of our agents to say, hey, I'm struggling a little bit to tell. I know that eXp is a really tech forward company, but I'm struggling a little bit to talk about, how all of our systems come together. And so can you help? And so this is also in purpose is to not only allow a destination for our agents to go to again find out a little bit more about our operating system, but also to allow when you are talking to another agent at another brokerage who may be trying to make a decision or weighing their options, this allows a one-stop shop for you to kind of present back some of what we have on offer here at eXp. So there's 6 platforms here that are focused on the most, and that is the My eXp app. And so when I think of My eXp, I think it's really an inward facing to, is my own production? How have I set my own goals? How am I tracking towards capping, towards icon? If I have brought in agents into my organization, how is that reflected in my total production? It's kind of got your own personal kind of profile, payment structure, all of that. So it's really kind of a bit of an inward facing application. Mira, which is our AI assistant, is obviously layered on that, has your My eXp data, allows you to get some additional insights into how you're trending towards your goals in your production. And then I look at the Hub, which is our newly launched community platform. I think about that as looking outwards towards eXp. So My eXp looks inwards, the Hub looks outwards. We are going to talk a little bit about the Hub and how the Hub can be used to access some of these other apps, including House Canary. But so those 3, so we've got My eXp, we've got Mira, we've got the Hub, and we've also got the global referral platform. I'm going to pause here and maybe we can just talk about it in the chat, but how many of you have accessed the global referral platform? I see some hands, which is great. So the global referral platform, if you have not accessed it, it's available to all agents in all of our 29 countries of operation and allows you to seamlessly create referral agreements between other agents, especially to generate business and work with other agents in markets where you are not licensed or potentially that you don't have business. So say, maybe you used to live in Salt Lake City. You've relocated to LA, but you have this really great repeat referral business in Salt Lake City area, and you want to still leverage some of that to grow some production, but you want to access some of our eXp community within Salt Lake City and build relationships around that. The global referral platform will help you do that. And so, in the last, I think it was the last 12 months, we've, had over 72,000 referrals through that platform. It's a tremendous opportunity. I think it's the biggest global referral platform built so far to date. So that is, a feather in our cap for sure, and continues to, I think, grow in usefulness the more that we can get agents in there and utilizing the platform. For many of you, you would have started probably some point of your onboarding process in eXp world. So Frame, obviously, and our metaverse is pretty unique to eXp. And so that is something that we fit into our AGNT OS, and then our CRM of choice. So I'm not going to go into CRM of choice. I'm not going to go into eXp world. I'll do a little bit of the Hub because again, I want, not only do we want to talk about the Hub more and more, especially as we've migrated away from Slack, but the Hub is a great opportunity to access again some of these other applications like House Canary that I will showcase today. If you continue on the tech.exprealty.com, you'll see little descriptions. You got links to the App Store if you haven't already downloaded My eXp to your phone. You've got Mira, again, the Hub, and then further down as you go into global referral platform, eXp World, and then CRM of choice. So again, great opportunity for you to see all of kind of our agent operating system in one area. And also if you're in discussions again with an agent who isn't at eXp or who has recently joined eXp to talk about all the things that we have access here. So good start.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome to have, something on one site that you can kind of showcase. So I didn't know about this actual site. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next up, let's go to the Hub. So how many of you are now in the Hub? I'm hoping everybody has logged in and activated their profile. You use your exprealty.com email to activate your profile. All of exprealty.com email domains have been activated, so you shouldn't have any problem accessing it. This is obviously the desktop web view. We do have an iOS app as well as a mobile app. If you are an Android app, if you are on your mobile phone and you're going to hub.exprealty.com, you should get a prompt in the browser that says, hey, I see that you're on your mobile phone. You can go directly to the iOS store or to the Android store to download the app. It's great. It incorporates all the notifications directly into your mobile phone experience. Great way to continue to keep the hub with you on the go. So wanted to start here on the homepage. I'm not going to go too deep into this. I wanted to make sure that where to focus on is this area, which is the App Store. How many of you have looked into the App Store, into the hub? A little bit newer to some folks. The App Store is really a great destination for you to see all of some of the extended services that we have and tools that we have here at eXp. So one of the things that we also, as I, kind of joined the broader eXp technology group was, hey, we've got so much stuff and we've got so much tech here at eXp, but sometimes it's really hard to find, like toolkits. We've got some like eXp University, like how to dial safe, how do we find all these things? And so the App Store is really almost, you think about if you go to a restaurant, it's like the menu of all the things that we have available at eXp. And we are continually building and adding to this App Store as well. You can think of it as, almost a replacement for sometimes if you've gone to the Okta dashboard where you see those little tiles. We want to make sure it's a much more intuitive and immersive experience for you to see what we have available here at eXp. And so the App Store is really a stop for that. So again, this is another opportunity if you are out talking to either newer agents who have joined or folks on your team who haven't yet discovered the hub, or even if you're out there trying to attract, the App Store is an amazing opportunity for you to show, oh my gosh, this is so much stuff that we have access to. And so you can also see we've included Mira here in case, that just to make it easier to find. We've got a couple of apps that have been built, like drone videos, better home pictures. All of these two are free for agents to use. You can access technical support if you need it, a rev share calculator. So there's a ton of stuff in here. And so you can also just search the app. So if I go to House Canary, it's right here. And so this House Canary talks all about, how do we get property valuations and develop CMA reports for our listings or our potential listings. And so has anybody used House Canary before? No. So
No.
so for some of you, this will be a bit brand new, but it's really impressive. And so I want to talk about this because this I think is a really cool tech partnership. So when we look at tech overall at eXp, and the CRM of choice is a perfect example of that. In many cases, we will build our own tech, but also we are really open. And this is unlike some other brokerages that we know that build all their tech in-house and force you down one path, is that we recognize that, especially where it comes to things like House Canary or CRMs, like these are huge companies, online companies, digital companies, technology companies that are investing in some cases hundreds of millions of dollars. And we also recognize that in many cases, in the case of, say, Follow Up Boss, for example, a lot of you may have, via as in Zillow Flex programs. And so we want to make sure that we give you the option and the choice on how you're running your business. As Leo always says, and I've quoted it many times, when you're at eXp, we're here to support you build any size dream you want. And so if you're here to build any size dream, we also don't want to necessarily pigeonhole you into one technology that might not work for your business. And so the CRM of choice is one example of where we've partnered with best-in-class CRMs. House Canary is another example where we've partnered with some best-in-class CMA and valuation reporting and property valuation reporting. And so I want to take you through kind of this opportunity as well. So if you just open the app, it'll go to this House Canary prompt here. And so I just want to make sure you're all still seeing House Canary, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I just want to make sure my tabs are flowing. So, because they are an official eXp partner, when you first log into this, I have actually previously logged in. I've got a couple screens open here that I want to show you how it works. But you will be prompted. You can either try it as a free trial, and you get a couple of reports for free. Or you can put in your email. It will prompt you for a credit card, but you get 5 free reports a month. And that is just included of you being an eXp agent. So that's a great opportunity for any of you to kind of leverage this platform for absolutely free. The only reason they ask you for a credit card is if you go over that 5. They have an all-inclusive plan, which is an unlimited reports for $20 a month. And so we've also negotiated a discounted rate for that. But you can get the free 5 reports just by being an eXp agent. And for some, that's enough. So, I would encourage you to go on to the hub, link to House Canary in from the App Store, and it'll take you to this and you can try it out for free. So what I've done is I kind of prompted, I took Sarah Wentworth here at eXp Realty in Tampa, had a listing. And so I wanted to say, okay, what if I was going to create a report? So I entered in her address. And so you can put in any address, but given that we only have a certain amount of time, I wanted to kind of have some things prepared. So we get a view here where it shows the neighborhood. It gives you kind of where it's listed for, gives you some of the details all from the MLS. And then I can click create a new report. And so I'm going to create a report. And so now it's giving me an estimated value for this property. And so I could just take this estimated value. I could download it. I could share a version out to my homeowner or to somebody who listing appointment if this is a comp in their area. It also gives you a rental report option of what is the estimated rental value for this property. So a ton of information, and as you saw, super quick, like literally less than a minute to generate. Gives you all kinds of details, including the description from the MLS. And then it kind of gets really interesting where you can add in comp values. So there isn't a comp value here yet, but if I click on choose comps, it's going to give me some things in the area. So if I want to say, okay, this is a comp, maybe this one is. Here we go. And House Canary is going to make some recommendations. Here's another one. This looks like a comp. And obviously there would be details. So I would say, okay, use these 4 comparable properties. And now it gives me a comparable value. And I can also compare that to the House Canary estimated value. So sometimes this is based on comps. This is higher or lower. We've all been to the situation where, you're trying to convince the homeowners of what their home is actually worth versus what they think it's worth. So this is another tool in your to help do that. But it'll continue down and it'll give you kind of a full AVM breakdown, the property details, transaction history, if that's available. It's not always available from the MLS, but sometimes it's there. Neighborhood insights, some of the opinion of the price. So this is like a really detailed kind of not over only AVM, but and valuation, but also market report for this property. Talks again about the details, sold and active comps in the area. So you can also see where your property is, or the list that you could be on the listing appointment, as well as some of the comparables in the neighborhood. You can also change your comps. So a lot of detail in here. And this is available, like I said, 5 free reports per month. If you're an eXp agent, and as well, you can upgrade for a discounted rate for $20 a seat for unlimited. What do we think?
Wow, I did not know about this. I just have a quick question.
Sure.
Carrie, is the hub a mobile app yet?
Yes.
It
so
is.
It
Okay.
is. So as I mentioned, if you go to hub.exprealty.com on your mobile phone, it'll prompt you. You can look for in the Play Store, if you have an Android, you can look for eXp Realty Hub and it'll show up in a public profile. For iOS, however, it is a private profile. So because it is only available for eXp agents. So the best thing to do is actually get the prompt within your mobile device. It'll prompt you to download the app. And if you're having any problems, you can always submit a help or FAQ. And actually, if I go in here, let's see if I go. we were actually going to add a, sorry, those are my apps. Let me go to Discover. You can also pin apps, by the way. So these are all the apps that I've pinned. I obviously have a lot of them, but um, but you can see some of the things that you can just access directly. So when you go into Discover and you find an app that you like, you can just add it. You can see House Canary is added for me. expuniversity.com is added for me. Those types of things. Let me just, I go iPhone. Okay. I thought we had put the iPhone link in here, but I'll get our team to add that actually as an app, just because the iPhone, like I said, in the iOS store, it's a privately listed app. And that was a requirement from the iOS referral and App Store review team. So, but if you, like I said, if you are on your iPhone and you go to hub.exprealty.com, it should prompt you with a direct link to download the app.
Okay, that's awesome. And just for everybody's information, I've also put the Now Nation is on the hub, of course. And if you haven't already become a member of the Now Nation group, you can like right there, you can look on groups and look for Now Nation. But also I've just put a link in there that'll get you connected right there. So
Oh, that's my groups. That's why.
Now Nation, you'll see it. It should have a
There
there
we go.
right there. Love it. So that's our Now Nation. We have what 117 members. We need a lot more of you to join. And by the way, Carrie, I do love the apps that are on the hub because I do think it will increase engagement on this communication device and one store, one shop, one site where you can get to all of our apps and our technology. That's amazing. Did not know
And
that.
yeah, and I think this is, a lot of times people are like the EXP toolkits, like just accessing that, like all your toolkits in one area. So your brand marketing, your assistant, state resource, Canva, co-sponsor, buyer represent, like they're all in here. A lot of times, again, we have so many resources and technology at EXP, and sometimes it's just so hard to find. So that was part of what we wanted to build in the hub, was not just your community communication platform and messaging platform, but was as a way to access all the richness that we have here at EXP. So absolutely, try it out. Go search for things. We've tried to make it as comprehensive as possible, but we are adding new apps to it all the time. And one of those apps that we're adding is the Open House app.
Carrie,
And
before
so,
you move on to the
oh,
open house, could you,
yep.
what areas can we search with House Canary? Is that available just in our MLS or is that national? How does that work?
It is national. And I believe they do have some coverage in Canada as well.
Oh,
Um, so I would, but yeah, for example, put in some addresses in Florida, but like I said, you can, without even using up your, kind of your 5 free reports a month, when you get prompted when you first log in or when you first open the page that's specifically for EXP, it'll say kind of trial, use it as a trial, and I think you have 24 hours to kind of play around with it. So you can enter in as many addresses as you want. You can you can attempt to say kind of build some comparative like I've done all of this without putting in my credit card. So you can actually create quite a bit without even entering in your email. But because you're coming directly to this page from the hub, it's already authenticating you as an EXP agent, because you can't be in the hub if you're not an EXP agent. So that's why you want to go through the hub
awesome. Thank you.
for sure.
Amazing.
Okay, so I am conscious of the time. I know we've already covered, I hopefully covered quite a bit. So actually, what I'll take you to first, just briefly, is the global referral platform. Because this is a little bit more well known, I'll kind of go through some of this pretty quickly, and then I'll go to a new technology and a new app that's been built, which is around our open house hub and our ShowGo. I'm gonna go through, let's see. So I'm using Britt Robinson here, who is an agent here in Texas, and I just wanted to showcase a little bit about what you can see in the global referral platform, which is agents.exprealty.com. You log in with your Okta login and your kind of secure password and passport here that we have at eXp to access all of our systems. And so if when you log in, you would see here on your left-hand side, you would see your listing, your leads, you would see your referrals. So this is if you have a listing on the website. What we've done is we have added in the ability for you to see the leads that are coming through. And so Britt has recently posted a listing onto exprealty.com. And so when you log in, you can actually see here the details of she got a lead about 5 hours ago on this new listing. And you can go into those details. It'll give you the lead information and it'll also you can view the listing. This will also still populate through via your email as well as your SMS. You'll get a text message that indicates that you do have a lead with all this information. But if you ever want to go back in time and see all of where you were notified and the listing details and the lead details for your listings, it'll all be included here in your listing, your lead. And so this is a new feature that we've just launched, and this is accessible through the global referral platform. And then so if you're going down to referrals, you can see if you go into manage, you can see all the referrals. Britt has initiated quite a few signed agreements here. And we've also launched, and this was actually launched at eXpCon, but I wanted to highlight it again, which is your own personal QR code. So Britt here has her own personal QR code. Each of you do. We've pre-built them for all of you. And what this means is when you are at an event or you are, whether it's an eXp event or not, but you're running into an eXp agent, and you meet people, so often we are like, hey, give me your phone number, or I'm going to scan your pass, or, you can put this QR code in a printout on your badge. You could put it on your card. But what it allows is whenever another eXp agent scans this QR code, it'll automatically add that person to their preferred referral list. So it's just a great, easy way when you are at eXp events or at events where there's other eXp agents for you to quickly meet somebody and you're saying like, oh my gosh, I would love to add you to my referral network, or like, oh my gosh, who was that person? I can't remember. This is a really simple way for this to add all the way, goes through all the way to your preferred referral network. And you can find those into my referred network. So your preferred agents, if you scanned Britt scanned your QR code, would show in here. So kind of a really cool way to, again, meet other agents, increase production, get and receive business. And then one thing new that we've also launched that we're going to talk more about in upcoming eXpCon is this global referral platform marketplace. So this is an opportunity for you to say, well, I don't really know who to refer it out to, but I have an opportunity. And so you can post the opportunity and indicate your preferred referral split, and people can try to claim that opportunity. So not only are we creating the referral agreements opportunity and the ability for you to kind of favorite people and build your own preferred referral network, but you could also post and try and claim opportunities if you are an agent potentially who's working in that market where the opportunity exists. So again, we're trying to create more the ability for more of you as eXp agents to connect not only in your own markets but really cross-border again. So the global referral platform is available in all 29 countries that we operate for both residential and commercial agents. All right. And that's, again, you can access your global referral platform through the hub. So there is the global referral platform is here as an app, but it's also at agents.exprealty.com.
Yeah, we have a question. Michelle
Sure.
asked, are you notified when you get an opportunity within the global referral platform?
If somebody picks your name and actually sends you a referral agreement, you will get notified. If you are in the marketplace and somebody just posts, you won't necessarily get notified because hasn't been assigned to you. So you can go and claim that opportunity, if that makes
Awesome.
sense. Cool. All right. Well, running up on time, I know that we want to have a couple of minutes for questions as well. Another app that's in the App Store is the Open House Hub. So right here. And I wanted to demo something that, so this is an opportunity for agents to find and help with hosting open houses. Or if you have an open house that you want some help in hosting, you could access it here. And so you could post, you can identify leads. There's like eXp University challenges. There's seller reports in here. One of the things that I wanted to showcase was, say you're an agent, maybe you're a newer agent and you're in a market and you would like to some experience in hosting open houses or participate in open houses. So you can request to host an open house on behalf. And so we have pre-created an outreach to this. And then, so this is an opportunity. You can reach out directly to Jay Kaufman, who is the listing agent here. This is another opportunity again for maybe newer agents to get experience, for those who are maybe new to our region, and this also helps again, Jay, who wants some help helping to host the open house. So again, this gives an opportunity again for not only potentially increasing your production, increased networking, working with working with another experienced eXp agent, and growing overall your community and your network as a whole. So a newer app that we've launched in the App Store. But a great opportunity, I think, overall to increase your production, or again get support. If you maybe have a lot of listings right now that you're working and really need kind of that additional support and experienced real estate support from your eXp community. So wanted to make sure that I also had an opportunity to showcase that app. And again, now that you know everything really is available in the Hub App Store, it makes it a lot easier, because when you just think like, how do I find that thing? You can just go directly to the Hub.
Love it. That's amazing. I think we can take a lot from this. You probably have a couple minutes if there's anything else you'd like to share, and then we'll open up for some questions.
Yeah, I mean, so the ShowGo app, where you're actually also initiating payments between agents. So I'm going to pay you for the open house app. Right now that is in beta. But we've got 600 agents that are in there already. If you'd like to go and set up your ShowGo profile, you can go to showgo.exprealty.com. And then it'll prompt you to enter your exprealty.com email, which is how we validate that you're an agent here. And then it'll go through kind of the basic setting up of your profile, your license, your location, your availability. So again, this is a way that you can increase your production, increase your experience, connect with other eXp agents, build your network, build your, kind of continue to build your business and opportunity in your local market.
Well, that would be huge, especially if anybody is a mentor of new agents, for them to get
Absolutely.
incredible experience in the market and also get paid for it. That is amazing. I did not know about Shogo. So,
Yeah. So this is something new, like it's in beta still, but you can work direct. I wanted to showcase, some of the things that, remind people of some of the technology that we've already launched, show some of our new partners, and then show some of what is upcoming. So this is definitely something that is upcoming. But again, we already have 600 agents in there that are testing out the platform. And if you'd like to be one of those agents, please go to showgo.exprealty.com.
wow. Emily mentioned she can't find Shogo. So go to how can she notify you that she'd like to be a part of that?
If
Shogoexprealty.com.
Yeah, I'm just, let me see. Why can't I access the
Is it in the hub?
chat? It's not in the hub yet because it's still in beta. But here we go. Sorry, I just had to open up to get to the chat.
There it is. Awesome. Well, if anybody has any question or you can put it in the chat or raise your hand, we can definitely get that answered. Carrie, I just want to thank you so much
You're
for
very welcome.
coming on. I think we've all learned something that can definitely, we didn't know. I got a lot of things that I know I can implement. I'm really excited to get into House Canary for sure, of one of the things, and definitely experiment with those apps in the hub. So that's amazing. Hey everyone, I want to let you know that next week is our huddle for next same time, same place, our huddle for client like presentation. But we have the incredible Mr. Coach or Coach Bill Pipes coming. Russ is going to be leading that call. It is going to be incredible. You guys, Bill Pipes, if you don't know, he has over 100,000 coaching sessions and over 50,000 coaching hours. And guys, he has helped, um, I believe, over 53 people who've hit seven figures in income. He is worth 35, 45 minutes of your time next Wednesday at this time. And we're going to be really excited to host him. Yes, we do have this recorded. You can see this recording on our YouTube channel. We also work to post it in our hub, Now Nation, which is another reason you need to be a member
In the hub.
of our hub group. And so we're really excited. So please, please, please join us next week for our Now Nation call as we deal with client presentations. And the famous Coach Bill Pipes will be presenting here. So it'll be definitely worth your time. Carrie, I don't think we have any questions, and we are excited to and just want to thank you again for having us or being on our call today. We were definitely enriched, and I know it's going to help our business. So I want to just thank everyone for coming. It was great, and I'm sure you saw some value today. And we're going to give you 2 minutes back of your day and hop on off. Thanks everyone for coming. It was great. Thank you, Carrie.
All right. Thanks,
Carrie.
Jackie.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Carrie.
Carrie.
Y'all, thanks
Appreciate
for
you. Thank you,
inspiration.
Jackie.
Time to put in the perspiration for Now Nation. Good
All
job,
right.
everyone.
Thanks, Tom.
See ya.
Excellent. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, thanks, Carrie.
Thank you. Thanks for supporting us. Appreciate you. Jackie, good job. See you later. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.